17 stands there. And it was still during the vodka days. So it's me and my niggas, I think like 6 of us. And I'm like, okay, we need bottles. So but 2 bottles of vodka, Absolute. And then there was Dash and stuff. And then there's something that we needed. And then the shop and the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you know.
20 bucks.
20 bucks.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the bar ladies was like, no, you can talk to that guy. And because I'm thinking, my feet. Not to say I'm being, entitled, but it's
20 bucks.
They want to discount.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, speak to that guy. I went to that guy. I'm like, hey, sure, we just bought this and this and this and this, but we also need something. And then showed that with the rand. And then I think he did a sharp. And it was later even a bottle of, remember he used to Ibok, that those shots.
Okay,
give us the bottle of that. And then 3 to 4 months after that, I was already working with Dibs. So doing marketing for Dibs.
I mean, this whole thing is big.
It's big. It's big
now.
Yeah, it's big.
Like it's big.
Yeah, so.
Welcome, good people. Another edition of the Underdog Podcast. I'm Shady Dumelang, Sanbonani, Bonjour. It's me again, Tshepo. And today I have a very special guest. As always, we profile ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and today we have none other than, I'll let him introduce himself, right? So to make the job easier for me. But how you doing, bro? How you doing?
Fine.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. No, another thing, like, how long has it been? I haven't seen
Since I've seen you, man, it's been forever. It's been 2 years maybe, or 1.5 years.
No. I saw you last year.
Last year where?
I don't remember that shit. Last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
No, those one of those midweek type of things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're like, hey, why are you wearing like me?
Brother, you got style, man. You got style. Look at you.
Look at you.
How you doing, brother?
I'm easy, my dog.
Yeah. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Let's start there. It's good to see you.
Yeah,
You're looking good. You're looking healthy.
Good to see you too. Good to see everybody in the team.
Yeah.
Also the guys I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
Obviously, the work and family and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But
priorities.
Yeah. Number one.
Priorities, brother.
Yeah.
For those people that don't know you, wherever they are, we have a following in Africa, right?
Yeah.
So for those people that don't know you, who are you?
Okay, Xolisa Dambuza, pretty much a really regular, normal, well, not so normal. So it's born and bred.
Yeah.
Man. And I always say, I will include Soweto born and bred.
Yeah.
Because what it means is that that person definitely has a story to tell.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
Okay, Soweto born and bred. In your mind, okay, you're thinking we're in Soweto, and for people outside the country who know of Soweto from reading through stuff, okay, is it from around where shit used to happen? Hectic shit is always happening in Soweto. So Soweto born and bred. I'm from a very, very big family.
Oh yeah.
I think anyone, watching this and then they know the Dambuza family is very big in Soweto.
Yeah.
At some point, and I always say this, at some point we're like 35 in the house.
Wow.
35.
35.
35. And
in one house.
In one house.
So how big is this house, bro?
If I room. So our family, or the household rather, it used to be called Ikale Dana.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Meaning?
Well, if I translate it loosely,
Yeah.
home of the orphans.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not to say
it was an orphanage.
Or the,
yeah.
the adults were taking in strays. It's literally people who are in the bloodline. You know what I mean? But you know that normal township living.
Yeah.
Kuno auntie, kuno malume,
kunogogo,
kunomkhulu, kunabantwana baka auntie, kunabantwana baka malume, and so forth. So that was the thing.
Yeah.
So I think what I'll do as well, I mean, I think I'll share a bit of because
you have to.
Yeah, I share a bit of the images from from the old times.
Yeah. I think that would be very helpful.
Just put them up.
Let's put them up during this interview. During this profile.
During this profile,
right,
yes, yes. So I'm from a very big family, and it's a Xhosa family.
Yeah.
And then what it meant is that you growing up in Soweto as Xhosa, especially within my area.
Yeah.
So your education will start at Isiseko Primary School.
Yeah.
And then you used to go from Isiseko to Dlambulo.
Okay.
And then Dlambulo opposite Mavis 1. Yeah. So you go from Isiseko you go to Dlambulo, and then from Dlambulo you go to Morisade.
Okay.
Because that was the feeder.
And which area is this?
Yeah, so Rockville, place of birth.
Yeah.
And then when you start with the school, between Rockville and Isiseko, the distance is not that much.
Okay.
I think we're talking perhaps 2 Ks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So walkable.
Yeah, it's walkable. Yeah. So that's why I started school. No, actually, that's why I started school in Joburg because my mom had me when she was young, and then she was still continuing with her nursing studies.
Okay.
So I had to be moved to Pretoria, where my mom Kulu used to stay.
Okay.
Him, like her and the husband. I almost said her name. yeah. So I started school in primary school called Dirisana. Yeah.
Okay. This is in Pretoria.
This is in Pretoria.
Okay.
And then, so if I say Pretoria, Winterveld. So Winterveld is like Makaunyana.
Yeah.
You know,
I know Winterveld.
Yeah. You're halfway in Limpopo.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. So that's where. Yeah. So I was taken there because my mother obviously had to go through her studies and stuff. And then so that was so I did my 2 years there. And then when I had to come back to Soweto, I had to start from like 2 grades
below.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
So I had gone to sub A and sub B.
Okay.
And then I moved at a time I had. It's August, December, and then I had passed my sub B. But now, coming back to the Florida meant that I need to start from sub A.
Okay. Because
the medium is different now, because I was in a Tona school.
Yeah.
The transition meant that I go to a Xhosa school.
Yeah.
So, yes, there were, they can test you.
Of course, they had those aptitude tests.
Yeah, all those things.
Yeah.
And then write this test, and then I could write my name from a very
young age,
and very early I could read properly and then proficiently as well. So, but for the sake of the medium, I had to start from something. So, which is, I had my educational type of progress had to be delayed for another 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice, man. I think the times also. I'm saying this because these are the type of things that kind of shaped the person that I am right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So went to Isiseko, and I had a really, because that was, I could say that was my formative years, and with everything, and a lot of people that I'm somewhat still connected with right now, it's people that have been in school with Isiseko. But now here's another thing. So from Isiseko, I didn't do the transition to Dambuza.
Okay.
Because Dambuza was now closed around that time.
Okay.
And then it was, I think it was converted into those FET colleges.
Okay. So night school type of thing. Okay.
18 basically.
Yeah.
So you failed your grade 12.
Then you would go there and then upgrade your stuff and then move on with the world.
Yeah. So I didn't do the transition to Dambuza. It was closed. And then the second best or the most obvious option would have been going to Tubelish.
Okay.
But Tubelish is just next door.
Okay.
Okay. And then something kind of happened. I think my mom was still around at that time. I was like poached.
Poached.
Yeah, so like these teachers, because now around that time as well, there was really concentration as to your smart kids.
Okay.
So kids who are, you get interviewed by Drum Magazine, you get interviewed by all these newspapers. So they kind of took light into that, and then I was poached. So from Isiseko, this is the funniest thing ever. From Isiseko, I went to Daliwong.
Okay.
Edu. You know when I say I wasted my life, I didn't waste my life because I was a kid. But when you say you had a wasted year.
Yeah. What happened to Daliwong?
Daliwong
was so bad.
There was no teaching there, bro.
No.
There was no teaching.
And wait, this is your transition into high school.
Yeah, so
this is grade 8.
So I'm in secondary school now.
Yeah.
Grade 8. No, akufundiwa laphayana. And now, I don't want to make myself so old, but I am old, but not so
old. We are.
Yeah. So, but now it was also at the peak of COSAS. Now, in
student movements.
Student movements.
Yes.
And we know those, because from Isiseko, you know that thing as RCA,
Yeah.
Or LRC.
Yes.
Learner Representative
Council.
Yeah, so that was nice and bougie and well protected. And then you go to Etalonga, so it's called Izo man. Iskolo sama comrade. There was a time when for a very long time when we go to school, see us not going uniform now. Because if I'm going for uniform, these people they'll probably striking for 3 years. And then we just got there in Jena. I'm telling you, they'll probably strike. Hey, they are striking. With school kids. So it was a mess. And then so I did that 1 year at Daliwong.
Yeah.
And I think the only positive thing that I've seen at Daliwong is when Dr. Kumalo visited the school, when Zakes, the Zakes from Izo, because he went to Daliwong as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, no, that was the only concert and everything, and then imitate and whatever. But from a schooling, educational point, let's be serious type of thing, there was nothing.
Okay. Let's come back.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, we know you went to this primary school, you went to this high school first year. But tell us who Xoli is. What does Xoli do right now? So that when we are talking about these things, they can fit into how you got there.
Yeah. So Let me just. Okay, you said we must rewind a little bit. Yeah, but
Nothing wrong.
yeah, I went to Tubeli.
Okay.
Back to Tubeli
Yeah.
next door in Tshepo. So
Yeah.
that was a moment that kind of opened me up to the world,
Okay.
because that's when we started doing those school student exchange programs.
Okay.
Yeah. So what it meant is that I got into the program. I was the president of, student leadership, and then I started being within the system of being a student exchange program. So,
Yeah.
um,
Wait, you did a student exchange program?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
No.
I'm telling you,
Fucking hell.
Tanzania,
Shit.
Tanzania,
Tanzania?
Well, it's not. It's Tanzania. Not Tanzania. Yeah. So I did that.
Yeah.
Zambia.
Zambia?
But the biggest program was actually, people should just check it out. You should check it out, because I know you're also a global citizen.
Yeah.
So what it means. So yeah, the program is called Friendship North South. So it was between Norway and Africa.
Oh, wow.
So the longest time I spent was in Norway. So
Wow.
yeah, so I probably spent collectively. I probably spent about 2.5 years.
Tanzania, Zambia, and Norway.
In Norway. So 2.5 years in Norway.
Oh, 2.5 years in Norway alone.
Alone, yeah. But over certain periods. So
Yeah.
I can go there and spend 6 months, 3 months, and so forth. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what opened me up to the world.
To the world.
Yeah, because
And what was your impression of the world? Because I know I experienced the world when I was old.
yeah.
Right.
No. Again, is that you don't really see yourself in a particular or even a positive way until you are outside your shell.
Yeah.
Until you're outside.
Yeah. Until you break away.
You break away
From the norm.
From the norm. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So yeah. So the impression has always been that I'm probably somebody that needs to be saved. Because they build.
Of course, the narrative.
The narrative.
The
So
narrative.
it's that whole thing about Malibesi.
Yeah.
They used to call us abantwana baka Oprah, because Oprah used to come to come there and then you sing. You sing for your shirt, you sing for your shoes,
Shit.
you sing for your great parents.
Wait. How was Norway though?
Yeah.
I mean, this must have been like surreal.
Yeah, no way.
In so many ways.
I think
This is Norway. This is Scandinavia.
It's Scandinavia. So
In
also,
Europe.
yeah. So it's within Scandinavia, then also you're obviously closer to Sweden and Denmark.
Yes.
Those were the normal travelings, because we had to go to those organizations and schools that support the program, so that they can see the type of investment that you're doing.
Yes,
Right.
of course.
And then this is another thing that I liked about you, because you're a global citizen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anyone else who's worked for Greenpeace, for example.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
For sure. It's me. It's you. It's me, my man.
So but the experience there is, again, you don't go to a place thinking that they don't know about you,
Yeah.
or they don't know
Where you from?
where you from, and
Yeah.
these people are. And one of my closest friends, Marek, which was proper Kaizer Chiefs fan, even to this day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just my.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I wouldn't have thought, right? I wouldn't have thought that you were in an exchange program and you went to, like, I know Europe, right? Like
No, you know the world, bro. Like
and I know Europe. And when you're talking about places like Norway, you're talking about a really good place.
Yeah.
How you got there is never mind.
So
wow, that's amazing.
I made good friends.
I'm sure you still have some friends
till this
day. Funny enough, now that you mentioned it, funny enough, this week was one of my favorite people's birthday, and he's in Switzerland. He's this amazing guy that I met when, like, 2010. This is like 14 years ago. And he was shooting me for the World Cup, and me and him have been friends since then. But because it was his birthday, I still feel that thing, like, Emma boy, I hope you well, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
And he's that kind of guy, like, he's like, yo, Tshepo.
But you also check in even just general.
Of course. I mean, I talked to him a couple of months ago.
I mean, you were asking, no, are you good?
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do now?
So,
who is Xolisa right now?
Yeah. So, okay, I'll just give like a holistic type of view.
Please. For those people that don't have your bio, like I do.
Like you do, yeah. I think I'm a dope-ass marketer.
Yeah.
I think I'm a dope.
I like the confidence.
Yeah, man. I mean,
the chutzpah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I've always bet on myself.
Yeah.
You give me a project, I'm gonna run with it, like till you see the actual ROI. So I'm a dopest marketer, but professionally, what I'm doing, I'm a writer.
Okay.
I work for a bank.
Okay.
So I'm a writer for a bank, and well, I'm a copywriter for a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, writing is hard.
Writing,
people understand how hard writing is.
Yeah, like, you get something. I'm trying to put this thing together and I'm stuck on this word.
Yeah.
No. I cannot help you with you being stuck on that particular word.
I need the whole
Give me
thing.
the whole thing.
I need the whole thing.
If you can't give me one word, if let down Belana with a certain picture, give me the picture.
I need the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think people understand that you can't write from a telephone call.
Well, you know what I mean?
I need the piece.
Yeah.
I need the whole thing.
Either drop the call and then I can think or send me something.
How did you get into copywriting? Because this is something I also wanted to do coming up. I won't lie.
Okay. Educational background. I studied at UJ as a law student.
Okay.
I think there was a bit of support there, especially from the student exchange program. But I really did not love it. I really did not love it because you also, when you grow up, you go through phases, and you are pre-teen, teen, and post-teen, and then when I got into that, and I felt like there's a certain fire within me or a certain urge that I needed to get out, and law has always been about interpreting stuff, and I've always been a creative, so I didn't see myself. Listen to this. I didn't see myself serving the law community as a creative.
Okay.
Because that would mean uzophikisana na everything. You understand?
Yeah. It's very strange.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's very straightforward.
So I moved. Yeah. So from that. And then I got into marketing.
Okay.
I got into marketing, and then that's when. Okay, you can see where also it is
It's a very vast
It's
industry.
vast. It's broad, and within itself, there are these certain creative elements that you can put it through and stuff. But yeah, so from marketing, I did a course in advertising. I did a course in copywriting. I also did a course in strategy, but you also get that within
the marketing.
within marketing. Yeah. So that's the type of educational background that is built. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me to say I'm a dope marketer.
Yeah.
But in general, I feel like what makes me kind of happy, or what gives me the kick, is knowing that I can transform something from the street to the boardroom.
Beautiful.
That's me.
I like that.
I'm able to communicate
what's happening on the ground.
To
the boardroom.
To the boardroom. So I'm able. That's my strongest point. And then I feel if there was ever something to study for that, I'd really urge people to.
Could you give a master class in that?
You see what I mean, right? Definitely.
Yeah.
But also when you start being a master class speaker, then ish. So Vusitembe, why manje? One of those things.
Yeah.
So and it makes you detached from the world.
From the reality
From the
of the
realities.
ground.
And,
Okay.
and nothing says I'm full of shit like being a speaker.
Yeah.
I've been
Like I'm
around
blowing
speaking.
gas.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, like so now it kind of makes you feel like, oh, maybe people perceive you as an expert in the field.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm even speaking on. No, we are living in an forever changing and forever evolving environment.
Of course.
And then you'll never be an expert of anything.
Ndwana,
Yeah.
let me say this. When I talk to my partner and I was like, you know, Xolisa is on. You know, I'm gonna be talking to Xolisa. She was like, oh man, I can't wait to have this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You know, I did not understand.
Yeah.
Because I know you. Yes, I think you're amazing. But I did not understand.
Yeah.
So I want you to give me, maybe for someone that doesn't know.
Yeah.
You understand? What is some of the work that you've done that someone could go, hey, I know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know that. I didn't know it was him, but I
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. So.
And you don't have to use brand names.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think everyone who's watching,
Yeah.
they know I did a lot of work for the Surfing Park.
Yeah.
And then I'm still very close friends with Babes.
Yeah.
So what I did, was like I approached Babes, and then I think I still say this. My impression of him was like, this is a dope nigga.
Yeah.
And I want to work with him.
Yeah.
It was a Mayweather fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember the
Yeah.
5 a.m. fight.
Yeah, the 5 a.m.
The 5 a.m. fight.
Yeah.
Who was he fighting? I forgot who was he fighting. I remember that fight.
Yeah, so that
It was in the 2018, 17, somewhere.
Yeah, 2017 started
Yeah.
there. And it was still during the vodka days. Yeah, so it's me and my niggas, I think like 6 of us. And then like, okay, we need bottles. So bought 2 bottles of vodka, Absolute. And then there was Dash and stuff. And there's something that we needed. And then the shot that took time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know,
$20.
$20.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the bar lady was like, no, you can talk to that guy. And because I'm thinking, fit. Not to say I'm being, entitled, but it's
$20.
they want massive discount, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, speak to that guy. I went to that guy. And I'm like, hey, sure, just got this and this and this and this, but we also need something. And then should have paid that. And then I think he did a sharp nyama. And then was later even a bottle of, we used to epoch that those shots.
Yeah.
Give us the bottle of it. And then 3 to 4 months after that, I was already working with Dibs.
Okay.
So doing marketing for Dibs.
I mean, this one is big.
It's big. It's
big now.
Yeah, it's big.
Like it's big.
Yeah. So for the biggest project, obviously the Devon July, which I still love.
Oh man,
to this
I
day.
remember
That's
that.
a pinnacle.
I remember
And
that.
it's a lot of work that goes into that.
Yeah.
And it's not to say we're really a Kuluma Jane appear on Facebook
Yeah.
or wherever.
There's a plan in
There's,
place.
it's always a plan, and also there's wanting brands to be involved, and then there's these brands that want to be involved, and sometimes you're gonna have to look and say, "Hey, no, this brand doesn't fit." For example, like a brand like Iwisa can come and want to be part, and like, "Manje papa lizongena kanjani in this thing."
That's where you get your money.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's that. So it's Devon July. So this is something that people will obviously be familiar with. It's Devon July work, but also there was that rebranding of the Surfing from
From the top 7 into
Find, and also now trying to tap into a new market. A market of bottle buyers, a market of your niche clients who want a specific product within your establishment. So that was that. I worked very closely and hard with Debs into their because it was a proper rebrand.
Of course.
And that worked well. Yeah.
So the rebranding Yes, of that whole
space, of the whole space,
and of the venue itself,
of the whole venue,
because it's a proper venue. I can tell you now, that venue hosts some serious shit.
Yeah, and also another thing was like it's the venue is real estate, so you must make sure that each and every corner brings in money.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we see the corner le butcher, the corner le VIP, corner la none, and you must make sure like each and every square meter makes space, because you don't want to be walking into a room and then it's empty. Then you know that you could be doing something.
Yeah.
So that's why you find everything in Sovereign. You want your car wash, you find it there.
You want your barber,
you want your barber
salon.
You want your want massages, you get them there, and so many other things. So that was it. So that's one thing that people would be familiar with, but also professionally, the longest time I've spent was with a telecommunication company. I think that was about 7 years.
Yeah.
And then I was very much involved into the tapping into, again, there's untapped markets. So I'm very much also passionate about that, tapping into the untapped market.
Of course.
And then that's why there was that deal with Xolisa,
okay,
the SIM cards and stuff.
Okay.
Yes, that's what people are familiar with, but also another moving into another space was into the sports betting space.
Okay.
I was a writer for that company there, and if you look back into whatever you've seen on TV, on billboards, anything from that company that has been there came from me.
Aha.
So when you...
So anything was in
Yeah.
It was you behind it.
You know what I mean? And then if you remember ads, like about Tshepo, it's a shoe, like a bar that came from me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So...
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I think also again, I also work with a lot of entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah.
And people pushing entrepreneurs, like big corporation pushing entrepreneurs. For me, it has always been about connecting with the unconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now currently I work for a bank, and even to this day, a lot of stuff that you see as for me.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Ndwana, the come up. Was it a difficult come up? Was it an easy come up where you just handed shit? Or like how hard did you have to work for where you are right now?
Oh, really hard, man. Because again, I still say this, if you know me, you know I'm from a very poor family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from a very poor background.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not to say it's an excuse. That's the type of thing that actually fueled me, right?
Yeah.
I'm from a family, I would say, who are very famous throughout Soweto and Gauteng and the entire country and stuff like that. So, but the come up really is from wanting better for yourself, and then I'm not disconnected from my realities and the realities of my family and stuff like that, but it's wanting to be better for yourself.
But Ndwana, hear me here.
Yeah.
I mean, we are living in a country, a third world country, a whole lot of unemployment, a whole lot of poverty.
Yeah.
What gives you that drive to do everything that you have done to be where you are? Because there's so many other people like us.
Yeah, I'm from nothing.
Exactly.
And
so what gets you here?
There's nothing that I fear that poverty. To wake up, you don't even have a toothbrush. I'm not insecure, or you have to wait in line so that 7 people can finish bathing. You can't even, tap your pocket.
So what's your motivation?
It's wanting to be better for myself. But now I also took another transition. I also got married and then created my own family. I mean, my family is my biggest motivation.
I get that. You got married, sure. But before you got married, you had to be settled.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to get to that point, you had to hustle that hard.
Yeah. And again, my wife is also my biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
And then she's also my biggest pusher. Well, now, obviously there are certain things or jobs that I know which I cannot do.
Yeah.
You know, like the hosting stuff. For me, there's no value.
Yeah.
I can't give the business value from the top. So this is as a host.
Yeah.
There's no value for me because that's not where I'm strong in. You know?
Yeah.
I might have a certain big following and stuff, but you're not gonna get any value from me.
Yeah.
You get value from me being a strategist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pre and
maybe
yeah. Not during
Yeah.
medicine. No. You're not gonna get any value from me. That would be me scamming you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the drive. I'm from nothing. I've created this little family of myself, my wife and my son, and hoping to kind of make it even bigger than that.
Make it bigger.
But yeah, as a man, I feel like you always have to stand for something.
Yeah.
And then that's what I stand for right now. It's to make things better for myself, make me a better person, and then make sure create this protective bubble for your family.
Yeah. As a marketing man, how has the support been from your family, from this family that you've built?
Yeah.
Right? We've moved away from the family you come from. Now we're talking about your own family, your wife and your kid. Like, because marketing is such it's trend.
It's fast.
Right? It changes
every day. I mean, 10 years ago, there were no influencers.
Exactly.
There were influencers,
but they were not like this.
They were not like this.
There were not like 2 million of them.
You know what I mean?
And our faces every day.
Yes. So but my family is very much supportive. But then again, there are certain jobs now that I cannot take. You know, I can't be out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, coming home at 3 a.m. Not to say it's a problem.
No.
It's not a problem, but I've created a structure that's not going to survive from that.
Yeah. That needs you to be an importer into it.
You know what I mean?
If you're not,
but my wife is very supportive. My son, again, that's why it's important. Like, as guys, your son needs to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I know Daddy goes to work and then comes back late and then he's tired. No. Your son, your kids. My son knows what I do.
Yeah.
So when my son sees a brand, he's like, my daddy make that. Daddy does, you know. And then when he even sees an older company I used to work for, Daddy does, There's your former buddies. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's there. But marketing has changed so much.
It has.
But it still remains the same. And then what I always tell people is that the only aim in marketing is to sell.
It's to sell.
It's to sell. So
it's customer service.
There will always be something that a brand will need to sell. Whether I'm selling you, I'm selling you Kamalan Goes, hence you're gonna see church ads, and I'm selling you for you to vote for me, hence there'll be
it's campaigning.
Yes, it's campaigning. It's
ultimate.
At the end of the day, you're going to reach a certain point that says, okay, this messaging wants me to buy this messaging wants me to buy into this and stuff. So,
how is Xolisa as a dad? Have you ever thought of that?
Hey, my man, you know what?
Before the husband, now he's as a dad.
So I also had this conversation. I have this conversation a lot with my buddies.
Yeah.
What do they say? But you projecting? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
projection. Yeah.
So but the way I'm raising my son is projection.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Okay, what do you mean though? What does that mean?
So I will get my son everything that I couldn't get.
I see. Okay.
Yes, I will get my son everything.
You're making up.
Yeah. If making up for my, absent father into the person that I am today, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how best I know it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. But as a person, as a father within the whole structure. And I'm not a strict dad. I'm strict with words,
Yeah.
but shy, no.
Okay.
Because again, and people will say it's projected, but I can tell my son to say it's okay. You're doing this. This is wrong, and then these will be
the consequences of that action.
Of that action.
Yeah.
And then now, another thing that we always have to preach, not really preach, but to instill on kids is that those certain behaviors, like, do you want to make mommy sad? Because mommy's going to be sad when you do that. Daddy's going to be angry when you do that. Daddy's going to be sad. Understand? So, because these kids are so in touch with their emotions.
Of course.
They are exposed to everything that we were not exposed to.
Of course.
And stuff. So yeah, so that's but as a dad, I feel like I'm really a wholesome dad.
Yeah.
This week I've also got into a process where I want my little sister around me all the time. Her and her kids as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So introducing them to a structure. I get that.
And
I get that.
And these kids, Basukas, they must smell the cheese, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's okay, cool. If I work hard, I'm gonna be within the structure.
Yeah.
And this is something that I can get even for myself.
What's your opinion on, instant wealth, instant richness, instant gratification? This new world that we are living in. Coming from a world where you had to work so hard to have everything that you have.
I want it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that instant thing. Because I know if I'm sitting here, yes, I do have a job, and then yes, I do have side hustles that kind of cushion me
from the blow. Yes.
But if I want that, but I mean, unfortunately, the only ways you can get those is, the legal one would be Utlalilut, and then Bob, and then but the other ones is like you just got to be involved in stupid shit like crimes and then now you can't even enjoy that. But the instant, but again, it's because I'm talking to you now from a point of not having to a point of having just enough, and then to a point of contentment. But yeah, I think if that fortune falls on me right now, it's gonna be a party. Not like a party like I'm gonna grow out and stuff, but I mean, I get you. But it's not something I'm obviously chasing.
Tell me, how's Tony as a husband? We know how you are as a dad.
Yeah.
How are you as a husband? We saw you get married.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We saw you get married.
Yeah.
You're a made man.
Yeah.
And how are you as a partner?
Yeah, man. I think for me as a partner, I think I'm a romantic generally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But also I think the biggest thing that makes a man is being able to listen, especially as a husband as well. And then know the right time to do the right things.
Yeah.
But I'm cool, man. I'm a cool dad. Shout out to cool dad. Yeah, cool. Yeah. And also a cool partner. Again, man, I think also I married someone who is a friend to me. So but yeah, as a husband, you must be protective, and again, more than anything, financials.
Yeah.
Yes, we live like, hey, we are on the chase all the time. Yeah, we go out to get dinner dates, have holidays and stuff, but yeah.
Because
and also again the difference between the dad and the husband.
Yes.
Because yes, I'm projecting with the dad, and then it's probably something I'm going to maybe shave off when my son is 18 and no longer around us for that long. But with the husband part is really continuing, because I liked how ngishela ngakhona, I liked how Uncle ngakhona,
Ah,
I like how we do it.
so it's a continuation of that journey.
Yeah.
Ah, I
My
see.
wife and I, we like the soft life.
Yeah.
At least once a month, we've got the dinner dates, yes, but at least once a month or like in 3 months. Just go out for a week, for a weekend.
I see. No, look, but you're one of the people that I really like for some reason.
Yeah.
You just have good energy.
No, you're my nigga, man.
You just have good energy.
Yeah.
You've always had good energy.
Thank you, man.
Until you got married and then you had your kid and I can see the structure growing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. And for me to know where you come from is an eye opener for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
If anything, I would have thought this guy comes from a well-off family.
You know what I mean?
This guy comes off as a guy who's
you tasted cheese late.
no.
But also, I appreciate that because again, it's not a lot of times I get to have this chat.
Yeah.
Again, also, it's like what's in it? What's in it? Why do people have to know that I'm from a poor background?
No. It helps. It helps.
Yes, and for people who are closer, to you and my closest friends, and they know, because these are the chats that we are having. But to share it with you, your audience.
It's eye opening for me, definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that you had gone to Scandinavian countries, and an exchange student.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that you have a marketing background.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because people seem to think
Professionally so.
People seem to think you can just wake up and do this.
And do this. No.
And this takes a lot of work behind the scenes.
You'll be lucky if you crack it.
You'll be very lucky.
And then if you crack it, then you have the right people who are going to buy that crack for you. And then be like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you'll be like, yeah.
Before you leave, my guy, advice you would give. This is a question I ask everybody. I have two actually. The first one is, if I knew you, what would I say about you? If I was asked about you, what would I say about you? Who would I say Xolisa is?
Yeah, man. I think also. Okay, let me take out the context of this of this chat.
Yeah.
And me visiting the studio today. You'll obviously say, no, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
No, that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Because perhaps we haven't crossed each other in any other space. Yeah. But I think you say no, he's a good guy. Hey, don't nigga, and then I think what would be the bonus?
Yeah, that's what I want.
What would be the bonus is that you can count on his word.
Aha. So if I knew you, I would say you can count on Xolisa's word.
Yeah.
Okay.
My word is my bond.
Your word is your bond. If you say, you do.
If you say I do it, I'll do it.
Okay.
And then
that's very solid.
Yeah. If I say I can't do it, which is
rare,
and if I say I can't do it, I really thought about it very hard.
Yeah.
And then considered all options. But
you also know that's a trauma response, though. If you can't say no.
Yeah.
You have to say no.
Yeah, you have to say no. You have to say no.
Yeah.
You have to say no as a person, but man.
Putting you in
I'm thinking,
My last question to you, and this is what I ask all my guests. The if I knew is a new thing. I'm trying to introduce that. But what is the advice you would give to a 20-year-old self? I mean, I know your age now, but your 20-year-old self, looking at that guy, what advice would you give to him?
Yeah, so I think stay in school.
Oh, man.
Yeah, stay in school. Yeah. Again, we have these many role models.
Yeah.
And then we know someone who dropped out on grade 11 and the millionaires and everything. But those are impact life situation.
Yeah.
But we don't live in an impact life situation. We live in a gradual life situation.
Just there. You just killed it. You finished it off. Not impact.
Yeah.
Gradual.
Okay. Understand? So
I love that.
You will get the impact throughout your gradual life.
Yeah.
But there's the natural order of things, and the natural order is that you have these things that. Go to school, stay in school, because again, unfortunately, as a black man, as a black child, as a black person, that's what's going to speak for you.
Yeah.
They would like your charisma, they would like your thinking, but to have a specific education background is definitely the first knock.
Yeah.
That's the knock.
It shows that you have patience,
Yeah.
you are dedicated,
Again,
you have all of these skills, besides all of the charisma and how you
everything.
speak
Yes.
and who you are.
So I'm at a point in my life where, okay, I'm happy with where I am, but I know if I had stay in school longer, and also to get that opportunity to stay in school longer, I would have been where I am a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So eventually, yes, more panda and then being smart and everything, you will get to a certain point where you feel like, oh, okay, cool, got a house, I've got a car, got kids, got this job and whatnot. But that's really just the thing to say with it. You can get to it sooner.
Okay. So the trajectory
would
work better if you stayed in school longer.
If you stayed in school longer.
You still get those things.
Yeah,
but you get them quicker and you'd be further away.
That's because also I left UJ and went into UNISA.
Okay.
Because I wanted the flexibility of
working and studying.
Yeah.
I see. My guy.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure, boy.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
I love you so much.
Love you so much.
My dad is watching this. I love you so much, my boy. I feel like you're one of those people. I think you don't get enough credit for the stuff that you have done within the industry that I've grown up in, but also as a person. I think genuinely you give off such a good vibe. It's very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare, and again, this is also good to hear, and then especially even in this time.
Yeah, for sure. No, I won't bullshit you. Never. I can never do that.
Because when you grow up and then do things, you always feel like you are disconnected from.
It doesn't matter.
A lot of things, but yeah. But no, thank you very much.
Your energy doesn't lie.
No, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's something I learned. Thank you so much. The Underdog Podcast appreciates you. We hope you can become one of our guest hosts one day.
Yeah, we definitely want to do a lot of things together.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah, we're gonna, especially for this platform.
And my girl loves you, so.
Yeah. For this platform, we're gonna do really dope things.
Yeah, I want this to grow. I want the Underdog Podcast to be something that people can look back on and go, shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you on.
Yeah, bring me on.
I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm bringing you on.
You've got my bio.
I have everything about you. I saw. I need this.
Yeah, you need this. Yeah.
But thank you so much for tuning in. This is Xolisa Dambuza. But we've learned so much today about Xolisa. Please, how can we get hold of you online?
Yeah, online it's my Facebook is Xolisa Dambuza.
Yeah.
My Instagram is Xolisa_Dambuza. As well as my Twitter, Xolisa_Dambuza.
Yeah. So you've heard it from the horse's mouth, from his mouth to your ears. We're good to go. Bafethu siyamthanda. Ngiyalarata kaufela bafethu Underdog Podcast. Another episode profiling ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Again, I like it.
Thank you guys. Yeah. My nigga, you are such a fucking charismatic motherfucker. What is wrong with this nigga? You're fuck. Thank you so much, dude. Why are you so easy to talk to? You know,
man.
people I talk to.